Thanks and welcome to the 6:15 News. I'm Kejang Henry at Timbe. Let's flag off with our top stories. City Council Mayor has said there will be no compensation for illegal roadside construction between Hospital Roundabout and the Finance Junction. And Lekam places 2024 strategic plan on 11 pillars ahead of upcoming elections. Feliz Navidad to internally displaced persons in Bangante West region of Cameroon as they receive Christmas envelopes to put food on their table. The gesture comes from Adaptive Safety Net and Economic Inclusion Project. Top stories. Thanks and welcome to join me. I'm Kejang Henry Atimbe, and of course consultations on our platforms, YouTube as well as on Facebook on Canal International. And following delays to realize the 30-meter wide route promised by the Bamenda City authorities more than 2 years ago, the owners of those lands have been claiming them. And so in a recent council session, a warning has been issued stating that there will be no compensations whatsoever to be paid on those lands that have been earmarked as public utility already. This comes from a council session that took place in Bamenda. Anya Collins report.
Administrative and municipal authorities of Bamenda have warned that all those rebuilding within the 30 meters earmarked for road reconstruction from Finance Junction to Hospital Roundabout will not be compensated upon demolition. Speaking at the Bamenda City Council budgetary session recently, both Mesam Senior Divisional Officer and the City Mayor promised no mercy to defaulters.
When you are paying after public utility, no compensation. But the man has a bidding permit. So, City Mayor, you should all your federal land should stop working there now. Today, that man should stop working.
We're giving this strict warning again. It's not an embarrassment to them. Before them coming closer to the road, we had demolished and opened a 30-meter way. And they should have learned their lesson. The fact that we delayed in the construction of the 30-meter width of road does not mean we've abandoned that project. And they had no right to come back and encroach. The projects which they had then at the time had been evaluated, and the process of reimbursing or probably compensating them is ongoing.
The Grand Councillors having voted a sum of over 4 billion francs, the City Mayor praised that all those promoting ghost towns should rethink so that the budget can be realized in 2024.
Today, let them bring their balance sheets and show us what the results are. They've been able to cause death, burning, arson, kidnapping, all kinds of atrocities which follow the English saying that the idle mind is the workshop of the devil. So they've created a spirit of idleness in the midst of our people. And so all the works that the devil can operate has now been imputed in this people obey and bind to it. So you can see the manifestation of crime wave, which is actually a surging, is moving up in our midst.
With dust changing the colors of cars, motorbikes, people and their houses, especially those along the streets, city dwellers downtown Bamenda are still awaiting the decoration of streets with Christmas lights and other paraphernalia, barely a few days to Christmas 2023.
Anyi Collins, thanks. Internally displaced and vulnerable persons in Bangante, that is in the D division of Cameroon, have expressed joy thanks to envelopes they received within the Adaptive Safety Net and Economic Inclusion Project. For they have been told to make good use of this project, of this money or the envelopes that will help them to build small-scale businesses. Ambo Gladys Dibang reports with Chaos.
There are at least 500 households representing vulnerable families and internally displaced persons who are benefiting from the emergency cash transfer program through the adaptive social safety nets and economy inclusion projects. The amount in total is 15 million francs CFA. The money is expected to boost their commercial and agricultural activities.
We are grateful for the initiative and many other actions already taken to welcome and empower the internally displaced persons. So far, we have been at ease and highly supported in our quest for stability. The project will go a long way to boost our economic potentials, empowering us to ensure the education of our children and family upkeep.
The government, through the Ministry of the Economy, Planning and Regional Development, has obtained funding from the International Development Association in order to continue improving its social protection system. This operation is part of the National Development Strategy, the SND 30.
Gladys. And so in a bid to meet the numerous and diversified democratic governance challenges during upcoming elections that are slated in about 2 years, that is the council, legislative and presidential elections, ELECAM has placed its 2024 strategic plan around 11 pillars. Hyacinthia says that was during the discussions that took place in Yaoundé, of course, during their ordinary session.
In 2025, Elections Cameroon will organize the municipal, legislative and presidential elections in the country. Strategic planning and preparation starts now. Why the 2024 strategic plan is around 11 essential pillars. What the chairperson of the Electoral Board of Elections Cameroon tabled before the members for examination this Thursday, December 21, the pillars include roadmaps to strengthen the board and structures and reinforcing institutional cooperation with actors and key partners, development and putting in place of innovative tools and means for success in the next elections. There is also the need to optimize electoral communication and sensitization to increase engagement of actors, among many.
This fourth organization of the Electoral Board for the year 2023 takes place in the aftermath of the parliamentary session to adopt the state budget. Our deliberations shall therefore focus on the review and approval of the repartition of the elections budget and the special appropriation of the Electoral Board with regards to our roadmap for the 2024 financial year. We shall deliberate and agree on terms of reference for our next field trip to supervise the launching of the 2024 annual revision of electoral registers, due to resume on the January 1st as prescribed under Section 74, Sub 2 of the Electoral Code.
This, as the democratic governance challenges are numerous and diversified, with new electoral stakes in the horizon, increase in political parties this last month added to the political mobilization of the civil society.
Well, sorry, that was Eastern Beatrice Ngamo reporting there. And the National Commission for the Promotion of Bilingualism and Multiculturalism is equally projecting its plan of action for 2024, taking into consideration the challenges as it's going to make focus on regional bureau. Hyacinthia.
It is the second and the last semester session in 2023 for the National Commission for the Promotion of Bilingualism and Multiculturalism as the members meet to take stock of the activities carried out throughout the year. And for this financial year, the Commission had embarked in evaluating and fostering the use of the 2 official languages in state universities, public hospitals, professional training institutions, defense and security units, as well as diplomatic institutions. And chairing the session in Yaoundé this December 20th, the chairman of the Commission, Peter Mafani Musonge, revealed major expansion into the regions despite numerous challenges.
I think the move of our regional offices, which through the years had been a constant request by most Cameroonians who had been anxiously looking forward to this development. Although these regional offices are facing some challenges, it's a milestone event which will substantially enhance the work of the Commission.
The Musongwe Commission in this conference also had as objective to project a plan of action for the year 2024.
And public accountants have been told for quality accounting system. That call was made during their annual meeting, a meeting of public accountants that took place in Douala.
These public accountants in Cameroon are meeting to take stock of their work as guarantor of probity.
During the year, we realized that we face some difficulties. For example, our balance sheet, we used to have a mistake there, and we have to correct those mistakes. And the mistakes are coming from the computer side, are coming from the accounting system and so on. Then we have that problem. And we also have the problem of the payment to pay in 90 days according to the regulation.
Cognizance of inconsistencies and abnormalities, this annual conclave in Douala, December 20, 2023, intends to avoid discrepancies in the accounting procedure.
The main objective of this workshop at the end of the year is to prepare the end of the operation. You know, at the level of the treasury, it's a very important activity. After the year, we have to close the account to our collaborators on the field, what exactly they're supposed to do, and also to prepare all the necessary documents that we used to prepare so that the government, the hierarchy, should know exactly what has been done.
By the end of the meeting, the participants will optimize and streamline budget regulations as well as cash management to preempt the accumulation of arrears payments.
Stakeholders, the doors of that mini agro-pastoral handler. So now let's get the details with Kizi Kiga.
This is the esplanade of Kamte Bepanda Douala. The opening ceremony of the mini agro-pastoral show has set the ball rolling. The show is intended to promote agricultural excellence with the latest innovations, best practices, and cutting-edge technologies that will shape the future of the region's agro-pastoral sector.
So we seize the occasion to congratulate and encourage our agriculture. We seize also the occasion to ask them to work in the same line of head of state vision, who is the substitution of goods.
Different agricultural products like plantains, yams, fish, chicken, goats, and dairy products are on display. Jansa, egusi, and other items to sell here.
By choosing to have or consume the local one, which you know directly from where the product is coming, it's very preferable for you and for your body to consume this type of product. The very good thing that we shall know about this thing is the fact that we are choosing to get a better feature than the one that we have right now.
Government officials praised the event for its role in promoting the agricultural and livestock sectors in the littoral region. They emphasized the importance of such initiatives in driving economic growth, ensuring food security, and creating employment opportunities.
Thanks, Kizi. And let us swing down south, precisely in Sangmilima, where they have rolled out the security belt ahead of end-of-year festivities. And so Ari Christie is telling us that security has been stepped up around some of the amusement parks and special joints in that town.
With the growing insecurity in the town of Sangmilima, the Gendarmerie Legion has spread its security arsenal that will ensure the safety of goods and persons. This operation is to secure the population during this festive period. The pursuit of this operation has been in the second part, and in this second part, the steps are taken in the Sangmilima and Zoitele. In one of its operations, the law enforcement officers successfully apprehended several armed individuals, firearms, knives, military attire, and a substantial quantity of hard drugs were seized during the operation carried out in the Lobisi district and Zoitele.
During
this operation, we were able to attain our objectives. That is, we were able to capture some bad gangs that is disturbing the population. We also captured men in possession of hard drugs in Sangmelima and some 3 young men in Zoitele with Indian herbs, in which we are trying to examine. The population has expressed appreciation on the measures taken. They are now looking forward to celebrate in peace. It is very good. You can go out anytime you want without no fear of being attacked. Second, we appreciate the situation. Zoitele is growing. There are several strangers coming in, and so we have to collaborate with the law enforcement. The efforts of law enforcement have reaffirmed their commitment to ensuring the safety and well-being of the community.
Still very busy, or a busy period for others, and so this is a period where those who are very busy with catering services and decorations are equally preparing to make sure they put smiles on the faces of others. Well, thanks very much.